Hey guys, Wendy here with Wendy Does Lots of Stuff, and today we're going to use our Instapot IP Lux, and we're going to make another 5-ingredient quick recipe. I call this one my Mexican stuffed peppers. Super simple. You're going to use ground beef, 1 pound, 2 total cups of shredded cheese. Any blend you like. I like to use the Fiesta blend. It just has I think it's got 3 different types. You're going to use 2 cups of chunky salsa altogether. I'm going to start out with 1 cup, and when I finish off the recipe, I'm going to add another cup. You can either use a taco seasoning packet or mix up your own, and 4 bell peppers. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the tops off and de-seed all of our peppers and even out the ends so they sit right in the Instapot. Let's get started. Okay, so a couple of things about the peppers. I used to use 1 cup of rice cauliflower in this recipe and cut all the tops and then dice them up and add it to the meat mixture. I've decided, I don't think I need the rice cauliflower. The tops from the bell pepper are plenty. So just one thing, make sure you remove all your stickers after you wash them. You definitely don't want to eat a bite of this and then get a mouthful of sticker. Don't forget, you're going to want to even out the bottoms, which is fine because you're not going to pre-cook this meat. It's going to go into the peppers raw and cook off in the Instapot. So this will actually drain some of the excess grease out of the bottom away from the peppers, which is nice. This one, Anyway, hey Cleo, what you doing, girl? Hi. Say hello. Say hello, Cooper. All right, so now that you know about peppers, blah, blah, blah. These are all live, guys, not edited whatsoever. Cleo's very vocal. We're going to get busy with the mixture next. So you're going to got 1 pound ground beef, whatever mix you like, 80-20, 73-27, I don't know, I can't math. Just got out of work. It's been a long day. You're going to add in your taco seasoning. I do keto, but I do lazy keto. And it's only 1 net carb or 1 gram of or 1 carb per serving, and I don't care. I only hit about 16 grams of carbs a day. My goal is 20 for net carbs, so I'm a rebel putting that in there. You're going to add in your salsa or chunky salsa, and then a cup of cheese. And sorry about that, I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand and dump cheese with the other. That's about right. Maybe a little dash more. And then add in your bell pepper tops. Now these are just a rough chop. You don't have to be super precise with them, but you don't want huge chunks because they're, I don't know, it's not fun. I don't add any extra salt to this. I will give it a dash of pepper or 2. I find that the salsa has plenty of salt for me. Everybody's salt taste is different, and I'm just going to leave it there. We'll be back. Okay, so once your meat mixture is to the point where you think it's mixed, give it a little bit more. Give it a couple more stirs, just because you want to make sure that everything is blended together well. And then you can start stuffing your peppers. So you want to just split this up into 4s. And if you're counting your macros and your calories and everything, it's each pepper is a serving, and it's 1/4 pound of the ground beef per serving. I like to use this little gadget here that I have for stuffing my peppers. It's just easy to get it out, and I don't like touching meat. It's kind of gross. So Okay, so once your peppers are stuffed, you want to make sure to take your spatula, it's in this link already, and give them a good pat down, because once you put them in the Instapot, you're going to pour salsa over the top of them, and you don't really want it to run off and lose all of that. So we've got our trivet in the Instapot, and you're going to add 1 cup of water to the bottom. And you're going to start adding in your peppers. Now, you may not be able to get the bottoms as even as you would like. There may be a pepper or two that's kind of still a little lopsided. That's normal. You can usually straighten it out once all 4 of the peppers are in here, if you're doing 4. This recipe is really good if you only want to do a couple at a time too. You just want to remember it's a half a pound of beef, 1 cup of cheese, 1 cup of salsa, and a half a packet of taco seasoning, or be true to keto and make your own. And that's it. So you get those in there, you kind of sort them around so that they're they're pretty straight. This one's going to give me some trouble. There we go. And let's see if I can do this. It's going to be tricky. And then go ahead and put about a 1/4 cup of salsa on top of each pepper. This is a real easy recipe. The hardest part about it is chopping up the peppers, to be honest. Looks like it's a lot of salsa, but it's not really, and it's so good. I love salsa. Okay. So once that's done, you're gonna add your lid. And make sure you check that seal. We're good. Okay. Nothing worse than not checking your seal and then it going kapoof because it burnt. All right. Set your release valve to sealing up here. You're not sure what it is. You've got the vent and then you've got the seal. And you're going to manually set this to 10 minutes. That's going to come up to pressure. After it comes up to pressure, it's going to start the countdown here. And when it beeps and your lid signals, you're going to hear a popping sound most likely if you're in the area. If you don't, usually about just around the 1 minute mark, it's safe, and you're going to quick release this. But we'll come back and I'll show you how. Whew, finally, I am starving tonight, and the 15-20 minutes amount of time that it took for it to come to pressure and finish felt like an eternity. It's one of the reasons I like these really quick 5 ingredients, 30 minutes or less recipes, because nights like tonight make it so much easier. So you're going to go ahead and cover your vent because you're quick releasing it. You don't have to cover it. I cover it. Let me just make that little disclaimer so that it doesn't end up on my ceiling. And then I use a whoop. There we go. Use something to touch it because I'm a pussy. Okay, once it's time to open up the lid, you're going to hear a little tick. I don't know, kind of sounds like what you would hear from a clock, hand moving. It's real subtle, and you can go ahead and then open the lid. Make sure that you open it from the back first so that steam doesn't hit you in the face. There we go. That was pretty easy. Next thing you're going to do is add about a cup of cheese to each one of these. And you're just going to top it on there. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Much easier to do this when you have 2 hands. Show this one some more cheese love. There we go. Put that last little bit there, and then you're gonna just put the lid back on there so that the cheese can melt. And while this melts, I am gonna chop up some avocado to put on the top with some sour cream. All right, cheese is nice and melty. Look at that. Just gonna use a pair of tongs, lift those out, put them in your dish. And that's it. Like I said, add a little dollop of sour cream or avocado. You can add some more salsa if you want. It's a yummy dish. If you're gonna serve it to kids, I recommend letting it sit for a few minutes. Even as adults, honestly, we let them sit for about 5 minutes before cutting into them because they are still super, super hot in there. But it's a tasty dish. I hope you enjoy it.